going on?
Someone get on the...
Three-way blues! Fuck yeah! We know it!
G'day guys, Jamari here with this week's fishing report. It's Leif's birthday today, so this week's report is going to come from yours truly. So the estuary fishing this past week has been a little bit tough. The weather's cool, the water's cool, the fish are sort of retracting into their wintertime habits. Your flathead generally go a bit deeper, become a lot more sluggish, harder to catch. There's still trevally around. They are tough to get a bite from. You will see plenty of them. The water's still quite clear, so super small soft plastic presentations will still get a bite, but a lot of the time your leader and all of that plays a big factor because in clear water fish can see really well. Lots of luderick in the front section of the estuary at the moment. We've seen them up on the flats here this morning, and also down towards Bar Beach there's quite a few as well. So they're probably your best bet out of feed out of the estuaries is get amongst the blackfish. Just some greenweed or sea cabbage under a float will be your best bet. So the wharves and headlands at the moment are still fishing actually quite well. There's definitely still some big kingfish around. Same sort of story within the estuary though, tough to get a bite from because the water's so clear. You may see plenty of big kingfish around the wharf. They're looking at baits, sort of circling underneath them. Very tough to get one to actually commit to eating one. So maybe downsize your leader, but then you toss up whether when you actually hook one, whether you land it or not. So bit of a tough situation, but there's definitely still fish around. Lots of bait around the wharves. There's still bonito getting around the headlands. So as the water starts to cool, any day now they could leave, but while they're still here, it's a great time to, catch your last few bonito. Lots of salmon on the beaches, salmon on the headlands, and also some big sized tailor. So great time to get on the headlands or a beach, anywhere you really like, and chase some of these fish. So the snapper fishing this past week has been a little bit slow for this time of year. Still some good fish out on the reefs, but not the quantity that we often see come the start of June. The Hunter Reef out the front and also Long Point have been producing some good sized fish, but once again, just not those numbers as of yet. If you do want to catch a feed of some tasty fish, head out a bit further. There's been some really good flathead out off Long Point for 50 to 60 metres in that deeper sort of stuff. Some fish up to 60 centimetres, so some proper big flatties. Great if you're just looking to get a feed. So still plenty of salmon around the headlands and on the beaches. They haven't yet moved into this estuary system here. I've heard a few whispers of them up at Bithry and also a few patches down towards Merimbula. Not the big black thick quantities of fish that we have seen over the past few years. Hopefully they're still on their way here. So if you are looking to get into a few salmon, your beaches and headlands at the moment are still probably your best bet. Or if you want to drive north, some of the estuaries up there, including Bithry, are holding a few bigger schools. So out wide at the moment, it's actually fishing quite well. There's still a lot of warm water pushing down from up the coast. There's still marlin on the shelf. So June marlin, get amongst it. If you haven't yet, get out there and chase a marlin. They're great fun, good fun to watch. Out a bit wider, there was a few yellowfin at the start of the week, so nothing big. Your school sort of size, just over a metre, that sort of 20, 25 kilo size. Good numbers of fish, a lot of striped tuna with them as well. Coming into June and July, we should see some bigger fish as well. So, and then the bluefin should roll up. So it's a great time of year to head offshore and chase some tuna. So for those of you wanting to catch a few trout, this is your sort of last chance to do it. The weekend coming is the long weekend, which is the end of the trout season before they spawn. So head up there now. There's a few fish around, you should still get a couple. It hasn't been an amazing trout season, but definitely still worth a crack. So that's it for this week's fishing report, guys. If there's anything else you need to know, come in store, see the boys, so we can hook you up.
Happy birthday!